basketbol GTA 5'te 5M'de basketbol skripti yazmak istiyorum. Bana bunu 6 saatte yazdırabilir misin? Hadi diyelim mesela. Gireceğiz 6 saatte basketbol skriptini yapacağız. Uygun oynanılabilir bir şekilde bitti gitti mesela.
Welcome to another episode of Chopstick Travel. I'm Luke.
And I'm Sabrina.
And today we are in Turkey. This is our second trip here because we were just so impressed by the
Bak çok hoşumuza gitti. Türkiye'yi çok seviyoruz diyor.
friendly people and the delicious
İkinci gelişimiz diyor ve yemekleri şahane. Böyle bir şey yok diyor.
street food on our last trip that we had to come back. So this is the start of our new series where we are going to be crossing the country in search of the best Turkish street foods.
En iyi Türkiye'deki en iyi sokak yemeklerini yiyeceğiz diyor. Zaten altyazı açtı.
Today we are in Izmir, the third largest city here in Turkey on the beautiful Aegean coastline.
In today's episode, we are going to be exploring the Kemeraltı Market, which is a
Kemeraltı, but you should read Kumru.
17th century historical bazaar right in the center of the city, packed with a ton of traditional Turkish food.
Let's go.
O altyazı açsana yazan arkadaşlar geç geliyor arkadaşlar. Siz onları takmayın şu an. Açık çünkü yani.
We are at our
Reis
first stop
yapıyor
for
ha.
breakfast today, and we are having something called borek. This is
Borek.
a savory kind of borek. You can also get sweet borek, and we are at this really cool place called Osman Usta.
Osman.
This is directly inside the Kemeraltı Market, and we are sitting outdoors. Really cool setting, and we have our breakfast, which is the borek. It looks absolutely delicious.
Tabii abi bir adamın sevmeme imkanı var mı şöyle bir şey ya?
So basically the way that he makes it is he takes this dough, sort of like a phyllo dough, that he thins out using his hands, very similar to how they make roti canai or murtabak. We ordered ours with a specialty here in Turkey, pastirma, which is this salted, air-dried, cured beef, and then with egg and cheese. And then I can already feel how crispy this is going to be in my hands. So let's try it.
Şimdi yese 50 dolar bile değil kardeşim. Şimdi yese 100 dolar. Yok öyle bir şey. Devir değişti artık. Öyle 1 dolara yemek yiyeyim. Yok 2 dolara yemek yiyeyim. Yok kardeşim. Yabancılar 50 dolarını öder gider.
Oh man. Oh, that is seriously good. The dominant flavor there is certainly that pastirma. It is very salty, but not overpowering. It's almost got a little bit of a tartness to it. But my favorite part is definitely the texture of that borek. It is very
Böyle çıtır çıtır dışı çok güzel diyor.
crispy, and there's sort of layers. So as you bite through the layers, they sort of get more of an elasticity to them. The farther you go down, very crispy on the
Şimdi
top.
işte bir 50 cent eder.
And kind of chewy further down the layers. Really delicious. I would recommend you get this kind with the pastirma in it. A little bit of a cheesiness to it. Definitely nice and savory. Finish off with breakfast. That was particularly delicious. I was
Vay reisin yürüyüşe bakalım.
really surprised because it doesn't look like much, but it's very flavorful. So we're gonna explore the bazaar a little bit more, and we are on the hunt for something very unique that I've never tried before.
Hatta ben zorlanmayın diye kendimi şuraya alayım mı? Hem altyazıya hem bana bakın. Nasıl fikir? Gel buraya, gel buraya, gel. Abi turşucu mu bu? Sarımsak turşusu hiç denediniz mi? O çok güzel oluyor bak.
So we are at this
Ağzım sulandı.
really cool shop. This is a pickle shop, and this is a Kemeraltı specialty. I've ordered up a pickle juice. So apparently
Pickle.
it's very healthy, very good for your digestive system. But this shop is just so cool. Just check this out. They have everything pickled. They've got pickled lemons, pickled
Limon turşusu nasıl oluyor la?
Pickled garlic, pickled carrots, all kinds of things. You name it, they have it pickled. This is so cool, and I've never actually had a place that has served pickle juice just as is. Of course, I've had pickle juice before, but I've never had it in this form. So let's try it out here. Oh man. Oh, yum. Whew. Yeah, as you can expect, that is seriously sour. That just completely shoots up your nose. It's definitely very salty as well. You can drink it down surprisingly better than I thought. I thought it was going to be like really hard to stomach, but actually it's really smooth.
Oğlum ilk defa bir yemek videosunda ağzım sulandı. Amına koyayım bebe, bizden iyi tanıtıyor bizim yemekleri la.
He puts a little bit of chili sauce in it, so there's a tiny hint of spiciness to it. And you can see too, inside, we've actually got two pickled, cucumbers.
Ya keşke zamanda ışınlanma falan olsa, şu diyetim bitse artık. 100. güne tık yapıp geçsem ya.
I think. Oh man, yeah, it's just like a dill pickle. Oh man, this is way better than I thought it was gonna be actually. Wow, that'll wake you up in the morning. Sabrina's turn to try.
Yes, I'm excited. It smells really sour. I haven't even tasted it yet, so
It's definitely strong.
here goes. Ooh. Oh wow, that is extremely sour, but wow, it's served really cold, so it's refreshing. And let's try this crunchy looking pickle. Oh man, this is something that's so unique. Never tried it before, but it is really delicious. So the ingredients are very simple for this drink.
Kitlemiş değil mi? 10 dolar versin yeter kardeş.
All you need is water, lemon juice, vinegar, salt, and a little bit of sugar, a pickle, and then he added some chili sauce to it. Ooh, that lettuce bite is really spicy.
That pickle juice was the real deal. Super refreshing and really
Lan
energizing.
geçin artık lan.
Honestly, it's better than a cup of coffee. That really woke me up, and really friendly owners too. This market is super cool, really bustling, and we are just gonna keep going and get some more snacks.
Kitlerler bu arada, tabii kitlerler oğlum. İyi. Adam ne güzel kesti lan.
Charcoal, yeah.
İşte usta.
Beef lamb mix. Beef lamb mix. Oh, okay, yeah. This is for Iskandar.
Ya İskender, Bursa İskender. Türk iş İskender kebap.
Reis.
Test.
Oh, so this is lamb beef mix. All right, gonna try.
Bye. Very nice.
Oh, really nice.
No good, no money.
No money. No, I'll give you money. It's okay. It's really good. Delicious.
You from?
Canada.
Canada.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. This butter.
This is butter?
Yeah.
That's a lot of butter.
Reis şov yapıyor kardeşim Kanadalılara.
It tastes so good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bir de ver bana.
So we are sitting down at our next restaurant. The call to prayer is going on right now. We are
Herhalde dönerci dayı dövdü bunları.
outdoors in this sort of courtyard. The mosque is just over here, and we are having something called manisa kebab. We are waiting for it to arrive. The owner is here again once again, very, very friendly. We've got some chai, the classic Turkish tea that I missed so much. So let's try it. Oh man, just perfectly refreshing and really atmospheric with the call to prayer and sitting outdoors here. Very, very cool atmosphere.
This shop is called Doyuran Manisa Kebabi, and it has been around since 1970, so many, many, many years. And when you order Manisa Kebab, you will get an arugula salad, and it always comes with a slice of lemon. So I'm just gonna squeeze that on top. And this is a nice little side dish you can start eating while you wait for your Manisa Kebab to come. Yep. Nice little appetizer before we get to the main dish.
Our Manisa kebab has arrived. This is just insane looking. Check this out. We have all of the little kebabs that have been charcoal grilled on top of some flat bread, and then it is served with tomato puree sauce, and then over here we have a yogurt sauce, and then back here some tomatoes, and then some peppers, and it is just all smothered in sheep's butter, just drowning in butter. You can see it just coming out of that bread already, and this just looks absolutely insanely good. So I'm gonna cut one of these little kebabs in half, and the way that you eat it is you grab a piece of bread with a piece of kebab, and they've cut it up perfectly for you. Dip it in a little bit of that tomato sauce and a little bit of
Abi
that
biz bu yemek işini yapıyoruz aga. Yani biz harbi bu yemek işini başarıyoruz.
yogurt sauce, and let's try that.
Mert yayına ne zaman gelsem yemek videosu biz ne zaman yemek videosu izledik, abartmayın siz de ya. Oğlum altı üstü Japon Hamza, o sadece yemek videosu değil bu arada, ülke gezme. Bugün de bir video açtık ya, abartmayın.
Oh yeah.
Ama sarıyor Johnny, diyetteyken bir de Ramazan, tam herkesin istediği şey yani.
Oh yeah, that is crazy delicious. So many flavors going on there all at once. That little bit of a tart flavor from the tomato puree, a little bit of a sourness from that yogurt, and then it's spiced with one of my all-time favorite spices, sumac, which is almost like a lemony herb. And then that bread
Yani aynen öyle, diyetteyiz, karnımız doymuyor, bari gözümüz doysun.
completely saturated in butter. Even though it's all coated in butter, it's not heavy. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It actually feels very light. And the flavors aren't that strong. I absolutely love this. This is seriously what
kaldırdım. Yo, Onur
dreams are
duruyor.
made of. What more could you really want? Meat, bread, sauce. Doesn't get much better than this, folks. Oh man.
Japon Hamza'nın
It
yeni
is my
videosunu
turn to
izledik.
try. Let's start by cutting this up, getting a nice juicy piece of bread, and you can just tell as soon as I squeeze down, lots of butter comes out of the bread. Oh wow. At the very beginning of your bite, you'll taste the
Ama
smoke
bak, bu adamlarda şey yok
Yes.
kardeşim bak.
from the charcoal.
Şu yok bak.
Şu ekmeği aldın, böyle yatırdın. Şuradan sucuğu aldın, şöyle koydun. Şuradan soğan salatasını aldın, şöyle koydun. Bunu da böyle koydun mu? Şöyle limonu sıktın mı? Hayatıma hoş geldin aşkım dersin ve şöyle. Peki bir şey soracağım. Evet. Bu dükkanda yemediğiniz... Tamam, biraz pısın.
Şalgam içine dikkat edin şimdi. Patates kızartması gibi zaten.
Bir de mermi atayım.
Bak şimdi, bak şalgam içine dikkat edin.
Oh. Harbiden Adana kebap duruyor. Sadece ayrı bir şey. O yüzden
Oh.
Sana... Vallahi var ya, harbiden güzel ha.
Oh. Allah'ım ya.
And then everything else beyond that is just incredible. Wow, I love this.
This dish, I don't want to say it's my favorite because we have a lot left of turkey to see and taste, but guys, I don't know if I can compare this to anything else. It is seriously above.
Oğlum ben RP'de zaten yemek üzerine şeyler yapıyorum işte. Kokoreççi Igor Baba. Başka ne yapabilirim ki yemek üzerine yani? Sesle yapabileceğim başka bir şey yok ki.
And beyond any other dish I've ever tried. There's so many flavors in there.
Tamam lan,
Bread.
siz de şov yapmayın.
That was good.
O kebabı bölmeden yiyeceksin. Tek atacaksın ona.
Finished up with our lunch. That was really good. Honestly,
Şırdanı sesli yapamam ki.
Probably one of my favorite dishes in the entire world. The flavors are just awesome. What did you think?
That was amazing and so buttery.
So buttery, and my favorite spice in the world, sumac,
Yes.
on top. Like, what more could I want, really?
Yeah.
And the owners of that place, super friendly. So that was a Manisa kebab from the city of Manisa, but we were eating it here in Izmir. That restaurant, Doyuran, very, very popular and very, very delicious. So we're gonna keep going through the Kemeraltı.
Bir sıra gecesi yapabilirsin. Onu gerçek hayatta yaparız. Yayına veririz. Rahat ol. Bizim arkadaşların şarkı odası var. Sabri kardeşimin. Orada bir şarkı odasına otururuz.
One thing that is certainly popular here in the Kemeraltı is spice shops. Check this out. There's all kinds of foreign exotic spices. Check out all the cinnamon right here. It smells absolutely incredible. There's all kinds of things that I don't really recognize. Some different like flowers, these little purple flowers here. And it just
Ne işe yarıyor la mesela şu mor şey?
smells all so good. This is a pretty interesting one here. Bundles of sage, and it smells just absolutely incredible. Oh man, so floral.
Çay oluyor değil mi? Oğlum niye küfür ediyorsunuz adam amına koyayım?
Almost like a little bit musky. Oh, that's a coffee ground.
Burayı çek burayı.
Oh wow. Smells really good. Yeah, very very good. Turkish coffee smells good.
Tabii ya ne güzel kokar bu ha. Bir de kavrulmuş çekirdek kokusu gelir oralarda. Genelde bunun olduğu yerde bir de yanında çekirdeği de kavururlar. O da çok güzel koku.
We are in a spice shop. There's all kinds of local specialties here. They're making coffee
Onu alacaksın sıcak sıcak parkta yürüyeceksin. Ah.
fresh, and he gave me a couple beans to try. I think it's gonna be a little bitter, but still really tasty. So let's give it a try.
Ooh, sounds crunchy.
Very crunchy. It smells amazing.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Just outside of the Kemeraltı Bazaar is
Ama adam ne kadar baksana Azizallah. Adam ne kadar düzgün çekimler falan yapıyor ya.
Konak
kadar
Square, which
güzel
is sort of
şeyler
like the
yapmış.
center of the city
Adam bildiğin İzmir'i bizden iyi tanıtıyor yani.
here in Izmir. And at the center of the square is the Izmir Clock Tower, which is the symbol of Izmir. Unfortunately, it is under construction or renovations, and you can still see the top of it, luckily. We are right on the coast here, right on the coast of the Aegean Sea, and
Atlıçay'ın
it's nice
sütlü kaynı
and breezy,
süzüyorsun ha.
really cool and relaxing, even though it is quite
Boğaz
hot in the
ağrısına iyi
sun.
geliyor.
And there is also the Konak Mosque, which is a very small mosque right here in the square. So a very nice place to hang out, people watching and just watching the pigeons fly around.
Işıklı tosun baba.
We just finished off checking out the Izmir Clock Tower, and we are looking for some coffee. So we've
Dur
come
bakalım.
to this whole little alleyway here in the bazaar that is dedicated to Turkish coffee. So we're gonna find one of the spots to sit down at and order ourselves up a nice coffee. We are sitting down at one of the numerous Turkish coffee cafes here within the Kemeraltı. This whole street is dedicated, as I mentioned, to Turkish coffee, and the way that they prepare it is very unique. They actually brew the coffee in the cup itself, so they put the cup directly on top of the
İyi kırılmıyor la.
flames. So I've got myself here a nice cup of Turkish coffee. You can see that thick silty layer on top because this is non-filtered coffee. All of those coffee grounds are inside. We are sitting on these really cool kind of
Porselen kırılmaz da yani bazen olur mu olur Johnny.
Ottoman style seats and really nice atmosphere. Let's try the coffee out. Oh man, that is seriously thick.
Kırılmaz değil ya bence. Arada bir kırılıyordur ya.
So there's definitely some kind of chocolatey hints to it. It's a little bit bitter, and I ordered it with medium sugar, so there is a little bit of a sweetness. I'm really like confused about the siltiness of the coffee. Personally, I don't really like the siltiness. I love the flavor. I love the creaminess and the thickness. But the silt just gets caught in my teeth, and it kind of feels like unnatural. But I guess that's the way the Turkish people like it. It is very interesting to say the least. Oh man, it is seriously creamy though. And perfect pairing for some Turkish coffee is some Turkish delight, or called lokum in Turkish. So a couple of different flavors. I think this one here is just going to be lemon. Let's try that. Coated in like a powdered sugar. Kind of like
Evet, Resident Evil Village oynayacağım.
gelatin and a little bit of a sourness from that lemon. It's a nice pairing for the coffee. But man, this coffee is no joke. It is seriously
Bim
thick,
lokumu amına koyayım.
seriously strong, cooked right in
Evet, bu arada o bildiğin gerçek lokum gibi değil yani. Mival, hoş geldin.
the cup. You can see like the burnt parts of the cup right there. Oh man, it's like burning my fingers. Oh yeah.
Adam hemen baksana Türkiye dönüşmeye başladı yavaş yavaş.
So you can see it looks like I've got about a quarter of a cup of coffee left, but honestly that is just pure coffee grounds in the bottom there. You can see how it's just sticking to the side of the cup, and I personally can't drink that. I don't know if
İçmiyorsun Johnny.
people tend to drink it all the way to the bottom, but I certainly can't, because it's honestly like, it kind of tastes like you're drinking like mud texture. It's way too thick and way too silty for me, but the first 3 quarters are really, really good. So we just finished off with our coffee, and literally we've been walking around here all day. This place is massive, and we are just now finding the covered part of the bazaar, which I guess is sort of like the central area. We didn't even know this really existed. We've been walking around all day, didn't notice it, but it's more touristy in here. Lots of little trinkets for sale,
Battal uyuyor.
still pretty cool to walk around.
Sen kimseyi sevemezsin.
Vay vay.
Sevmeyeceksin. Sevmeyeceksin.
Bu yatay döner dediğimiz şey. Bunun hepsi cağ kebabı olmuyor değil mi? Yanlış değilsem. Yani cağ kebabı da bir yatay döner ama bu normal yatay döner oluyor herhalde. Değil mi? Evet, cağ kebabı farklı bir et. Zaten görünüşü belli zaten de. Cağ kebabı da çok iyidir ha.
There is so much going on here. This place is huge. We just found this whole other area that has all kinds of delicious looking food. Really busy, really cool atmosphere.
Ne lan o? Şambali ne la?
So we've got our dessert. This is called shambali. We are at a place that has been open since
Hiç yemedim mesela, bu nasıl bir şey?
1942 here in the Kemeraltı, called Meşhur Hisaronu Shambali, and just check these out. These are
Güzel mi?
semolina cakes that have been soaked, completely saturated in syrup. We ordered one with pistachio, and then it's stuffed with cream, and then this one is just the regular, but with a little bit of cinnamon on top. And let me tell you, this weighs a ton. This is like a brick. Also, I can see some walnuts kind of peeking out the side there. And this is a semolina dough, so let me try it out. This looks really interesting. Man. That is rich.
Seversin tabii kardeşim, Türkiye.
That is seriously dense, very saturated with that syrup, but it's not overly sweet. The pistachio on the top gives it kind of like a nice nuttiness, and then that cream in the middle, it's almost a little bit of like a sour cream. It's got just a tinge of savoriness too, and man, that is heavy. You definitely can't eat too many of those. I love that though. That is awesome little dessert. Well, not so little though.
So this one also has some walnuts too, and you can see that he sprinkled a little bit of cinnamon right on top of the cream for this one, so it's a little bit different. And I'm gonna take a bite. Oh wow. It's actually not that soft. It's kind of hard, but oh my god. It is so sweet and juicy. Wow. That is a heavy dessert.
My favorite part is definitely the cream on the inside. It's sort of cold, and then the outside
Kaymak değil mi la o?
cake, the shambali itself, is a little bit warm, kind of room temperature. This is an Izmir specialty, and this place, Meşhur Hisarono, is very popular within the market and very old, since 1942. That is a seriously rich dessert. I think you definitely need to be drinking tea with that.
Yeah, wow. We're gonna have like a sugar crash here soon.
Yeah.
Adam direkt bak çözmüş. Yanında çay gider bunun diyor.
Balı balı. Bereket versin sağ olun. Tarih efendim balı balı. Macuncu macuncu. Maşallah be. Uçuracak gücü de buluncu.
So we're just walking down the street, and this man here is hawking something called majun, and it's sort of like a Ottoman candy. So it's sort of like a lollipop. He uses all of these different, you can see right here, all these different sort of thick syrups, and they're all flavored differently. And it's kind of falling off the stick, but let me try. I don't know if I bite it or lick it, but I'll try. Oh, it's soft. Oh. It's definitely sweet, and it's a little bit sour. Oh.
Güzel,
Reis orada şov yapıyor.
güzel mi?
Yeah, very good. Wow, that is really interesting. I've never seen anything like it.
Evet, bereket versin.
We're
Eray.
just snacking our way through this market, all kinds of unique and interesting Turkish street foods, and I've definitely never had a candy like that before. It's a lot softer than I
Tabii la,
expected, and a little bit sweet, a little bit sour. What do you think, Sabrina?
It's really sticky, but really fruity flavored and really unique. Never
Yeah.
had anything like this before.
Yeah, and I love that he's dressed up in like the Ottoman clothing. Very cool experience.
Dayı biraz saplamış oğlum.
Böyle ismini videosunu diyeceğim. YouTuber mı bu?
We just stopped
YouTuber mu bu?
Videosunu diyeceğim. YouTuber mı bu?
We just stopped for the candy, but now we are at our last stop of the day. We're going to be having some seafood. It's called midye dolma, and it's these mussels that have been stuffed with rice, and then usually you can sprinkle some lemon juice inside. So we're gonna see how it looks. It looks really fresh. We're right on the coast here in Izmir, so everything is fresh. So we've got our final meal of the day, these midye dolma, these mussels, and I'm just gonna open this up so you guys can see what's inside. Check that out. Tons of rice, spiced rice, and then the mussels inside there. And what you need to do
Hayır,
is
hayır, hayır,
squeeze
şunu
the
al lan,
lemon
lan.
directly on top. That's going to be so good. That tastes so fresh. The spices in there are just blended in perfectly with the rice and the mussels. And
Kaldı
the
şimdi
lemon
onu.
juice is so sour. It's amazing.
You can't leave Izmir without having some seafood, and this midye dolma is one of the specialties here. Just check that out. You can see that mussel, and then it is stuffed with that rice, little lemon. This is honestly
Abi adam öğretmemiş. Oradaki adam öğretmekten sonra bu adam nereden bilsin?
what dreams are made of.
Ya İmevreka gerizekalı mısın oğlum sen ya? Gerizekalı çocuk. Ya yazdığın şeyi sikeyim senin ya. Tövbe estağfurullah ya. Kafayı yemiş amına koyayım ya. Ne yazdığını bırakın arkadaşlar. Siz görmeyin ne yazdığını. Ben gördüm.
Oh man. Oh wow. So fresh. And this market, so cool. This restaurant's directly inside of it. What an incredible day of eating here in Izmir. Okay guys, that's it for today's episode. What an incredible day of eating here in Izmir in the Kemeraltı market. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already.
Definitely worth the extra weight Luke. Hi Martin, Sabrina and everyone. That was a good video. I'm glad you tried somebody desert. I have the receipt. Sen Türksün. Oh my god. It's so extremely unbelievable and fantastic video. Ne fısıldası lan? Ya bokunu çıkarmayın ya. Bak abone modu aldıracaksınız ha bana yine. Merak ettik. Etme abi, merak etme. In the summer I go Turkey. The last 2 years ago I went food and I missed the Turkish people. Yeah, thank you. Welcome bro. Welcome. Welcome. On my head. Başım üstüne, anladın? Damn, Turkey got some food. Yeah man, yeah, that is true. Love Turkey from Morocco. Hey. Sela'yı duyup duygulanan gurbetçi kardeşinize selam olsun güzel ülkem. Aynen öyle Kübra Hanım. Aynen öyle Kübra Hanım.